Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Okay, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. We take your calls here nightly, as the title suggests, at 412-575-2600. You can also tweet us tonight at KDPomp, at Ron Cook PG. We'll begin with the Penguin news of the day. In that, there is a new injury, and that is Connor Sherry. Will be week to week, as Mike Sullivan put it, with a lower body injury. That means there are going to be some changes to the forward lines. They've been on a roll, but because of this, it's a necessity to change, and that means also that Ryan Reaves likely will be back in the lineup just in time for Tom Wilson and the Washington Capitals, which maybe should have happened regardless. Welcome to our program, everyone. Give us a shout at 412-575-2600. Ron Cook of the Post-Gazette, 93.7 The Fan is here. So, I know coaches don't want to change, but Ryan Reaves hasn't played a lot, and this is a type of game I think he was meant to play in.
Yeah, Tom Wilson may be one of the most sturdy players in the league, and you let him get out there and do what he does. I think I would have thought about playing Reaves tomorrow night anyway. I get it. The team's on a roll. All four lines have been going great. You hate to break that up. But now they have the perfect excuse to get Reaves back in there because Sherry's out. I'm more interested in seeing what he does with his tomorrow, because Ian Cole, I think, has been playing well again. And now it looks like Ruido and Hunwick are both close to being ready to go. Do you make a change and take Cole out again and put Hunwick in? I wouldn't, but we'll see what happens.
No, I wouldn't either. I think,
frankly,
Cole, Ian Cole has been terrific, and he was terrific last year and the year before. However, if you remember when he first got here, Jim Rutherford, he told you yesterday, Ron, he told me again today, same thing with, there was a time where he was banished to the press box for almost a month.
That was 2 years ago.
Or whenever it was, when he first got here, and they felt that they needed to send messages or whatever the case may be.
And he turned out to be a very productive player for him.
But he still is, and he gives you a different element back there, and that's why I would be reluctant to sit him. Anyway, we'll see what goes on with that. I did have a chance to speak with Jim Rutherford today, and that's coming up in case you missed it at 6. We have more of it tonight at 11 o'clock. A lot of good answers. Couldn't get it all in at 6. We have more coming up at 11, including when he may retire, which is interesting to hear him say. That's coming up tonight. Meantime, tonight in the NHL, we saw the Flyers lose again. They lost last night to the Capitals. Capitals are coming in here, and Ron, a lot of people on Twitter seem to think this may be the Capitals' year. I'm under the belief that I'm going to have to see it before I believe it, because they always seem to be knocking on the doors. They can win another division. They probably will, because they have 2 games in hand.
Right.
But they got to beat them. They may not even get that shot this year. Who knows how it's going to work?
Yeah, I mean, until they do it, it's like anything else. You got to do it before people really believe in you. They've won President's trophies. They've been great, and they always fall short. Alexander Ovechkin has never made it past the second round of the playoffs. Never made it to a conference final. Will this be the year? Maybe. I mean, they got a great team. I don't know if it's as good as last year's. But they're very good and the best in the division so far. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night, Bob. I want to see how the Penguins match up against them. Penguins on a roll. Capitals won last night. Should be a fun game.
It really should. And Braden Holt be in goal, and he'll be opposed likely by Matt Murray, who was outstanding the other night with 40 saves on 42 shots. Have a lot to get into. I also want to talk about Pitt basketball from this point of view. In the Post-Gazette the other day, Craig Meyer had an interesting conversation with Heather Lyke, Ron, and I came away thinking there was no vote of confidence for Kevin Stallings. If you are in a rebuild, I know she's not his hire, but that's a difficult thing to say if you're going to say anything, because it makes it sound like, well, whatever, we won't comment until later. That's the last thing I think a team like this needs. Do you, or do you think she was right to say what she said?
First of all, he wasn't her hire either.
What did I say?
She wasn't his hire.
Or whatever.
Well, view, okay. Yeah, I mean, they're 0-10 though, Bob. I don't know what she's supposed to say. I guess the way to say is, we know we're going through a tough time. We believe in our guy. We'll review everything after the season. I think that's only prudent to do. I think you got to give the guy a chance. I said 3 or 4 years, at least 4 years. 4 or 5. I don't know that he's going to survive this year if they don't win a game. It's a deadly combination. They're not winning, and no one is going to the game. And I don't. On our radio show, we don't get a lot of calls about it. It's like there's more apathy than anger, and I think that's the worst thing for any sports team or program.
It is. You're right about that. But regardless if they have him back or somebody else, likely it won't change next year just because it's a tough rebuild unless you bring in a marquee name out there, somebody like a Tom Crean who's sitting on the ESPN desk. You know what I mean in that regard. Anyway, 412-575-2600, that's the number to call. Give us a shout. We'll talk about that and more until 11 o'clock. We're right here live on Pittsburgh CW.